I'm gonna be straight up. I'm nervous as fuck. So I'm hoping that my higher power will help me out. I began by saying that I ain't never thought I'd be in a place like this. I was born up north, raised in the projects. I come from a big family. I was an AB student growing up. My father got killed when I was 4 years old. My mother did her best to raise us. However, she wasn't really there to guide me. And I ended up hanging out in the streets. And what I saw, I wanted. That was to be a part of that street lifestyle. I wanted to be the baddest fighter out there in the projects. I wanted to be the best drug dealer. I wanted the best of that negative lifestyle. I ended up dropping out of high school, my 12th year, due to a shooting in high school. I'm gonna tell you how bad I was. I was selling drugs in high school, carrying guns in high school, wearing a bulletproof vest. Now my story, I hope it helps somebody out that's struggling, that comes from that lifestyle. We all don't come from the same background. But I heard somebody share their story and I was like, God damn, that's my story. You know? Which allowed me to stay in these rooms. Because if that man was doing it, why I couldn't do it? Why I couldn't change? I started using at a young age. And I share this with everybody in recovery. That every substance I consume into my body was introduced by a family member. When I was 9 years old, a beer and a cigarette by my brother. When I was 10 years old, marijuana, my uncle. When I was 14 years old, cocaine and heroin, my brother-in-law. My story is deep for me. And sometimes when I speak, I shed tears. Because I don't think I'll be here. My vision was either prison or death. That was my vision growing up. And eventually, I went to prison. I went to prison doing 8 years for an armed robbery. And while serving prison time, I became a gang member. So I wanted to be the best of a gang member. And participating in these gang activities, I caught more time in prison. For assault on a correctional officer. And for killing another gang member in prison. So I went from 8 years to 21 years. I was supposed to serve 10 years. But because of my conduct, I ended up doing 15 years straight. I had to back myself off and realize that if I continue, I must stay the rest of my life in prison. So I started educating myself. I got my GED in there. My mother and my aunt was able to come in and see me graduate with a cap and gown in there. I was still a gang member though. I was running gangs in there. but I also was wise. So after I finished the GED, I went into computer class. I did 3 courses, but that's not me, being in front of a desk. I couldn't do that shit, you know. Yes, I am computer illiterate because I chose not to follow up on that. However, I did participate in college courses that used to have at nighttime in there. So I ended up getting like 30 credits by the time I was done with prison time. I had like 30 college credits. Alright. After I served like 12 years, they was not allowing me to go to the parole hearing because of my activities. In actuality, they was locking me down. I was getting kicked out of prison like I was getting kicked out of high school. They'll shut the whole prison down and escort me to another prison. You know, that happened like 3 prisons because of my activities. It's because of my attitude. It's because I was still using. It's because I didn't give a fuck. You know, I didn't give a fuck about myself, and I hope there's no kids here. You know, and I didn't give a fuck about nobody else. Bottom line, that was my mentality growing up, you know. I decided to back off from the gang activities and started focusing on myself in there. And when the prison systems officials saw that I was staying out of trouble and staying away from those activities, they decided to give me another hearing. So I went in front of a hearing, and they asked me all different types of questions. I answered them, and the last question they asked me was, "Are you still involved with the gangs?" And I was like, "Yes, but this gang." I turned around. I had like 30 family members back there. I'm saying I'm involved with my family today. That's my gang today. And they gave me my freedom. And when they gave me my freedom, I came home. My uncle was like, "You're going to stay with me. I got a room for you. I got a car in the garage. You go get your license, get a battery. You got this." I said, "Okay, cool." The following week when I got out, got me a job. 3 weeks later, I enrolled myself into a community college. See, I had a plan when I came out. I had goals. I was writing them down. But I made a mistake. I went to the block. I see my boys. It's like, it's Friday night, let's go clubbing. Let's go my second mistake. I went clubbing. Had me a drink. Picked up a cigarette again. Next thing you know, I'm off to the races with drugs. And I was on parole for 2 years out there. And I was taping Visine bottle with my cousin's urine. And I got away. As soon as that was up, my parole was up, I moved down here. And the reason why I moved down here, because growing up, I protected my moms and my sisters from their boyfriends. And when they all moved down here, I came down here for that reason, to protect them. And I came down here with a bottle of methadone, I think that's what you call it, that juice, so I can kick it cold turkey, because I ain't know nothing about recovery. Love you, bro. Welcome back, man. We at war. I've been at war with myself and with society all my life. I don't blame society for none of my actions. Today I blame myself for the life I chose, because I knew right from wrong. and I chose to do wrong from a young age. When I moved down here, I did it cold turkey, got me a job. My ex came down here with me. And my first job when I moved down here was cleaning houses, empty houses. I didn't care. I just wanted to get some money. And then I seen an ad on the newspaper, and it was electrical. And I was doing marine electric up north. And this man gave me an interview. I said, "This is how much I know." He said, "Are you willing to learn residential and commercial electric?" I said, "Yeah, if you're willing to teach, I'm willing to learn, you know." He said, "Okay." And I started working for this man. And I was picking up, you know, because I'm real attentive, you know, to the stuff that I see. And this man was showing me, and I was picking this shit up so quick. And it was just me and him. He'll leave me at the job site. This is the plan. Here's the blueprint. Boom. And he'll go fishing. He was relying on me, and I was handling my business. And then here's a family member. "Hey, they got pills out here. It's like heroin. You can smoke it, you can shoot it, you can sniff it." All right, maybe it's, you know, a little better than doing heroin, shooting up heroin. And that's where I fucked up at. And I'm back to the races. Somebody introduced me to overtime. When I got to overtime, I thought I was at home. I was walking out there like I belong out there, like I'm from out there, you know. And my boy was like, "Yo, you crazy?" I'm like, "What you talking about?" He's like, "Yo, you can't just be walking around here like this." I'm like, "Shit, this is my home, kid. Some of my people. That's the lifestyle I know, you know." Anyway, so 2007, I had it real bad. I really went down. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. I was fucked up. Like the day when I went to prison, I was fucked up back then. I fought 3 police trying to get away because I had 2 bags in my fucking house that I knew I was never gonna see. That's the insanity. When you're so caught up in drugs, nothing matters but that next hit. And that was my mentality. So somebody said, "Why don't you go to a detox center?" I'm like, "What the fuck is a detox center?" He's like, "Well, you just stay a couple of days there, then they'll send you to a program and stuff like that. And they got this pill to help you with, your sickness." And I said, "All right, I'll try that shit." I went in there for 3 days. And I started feeling better. I had my Mustang outside. I had money in my pocket. And I ended up taking off with somebody, and they introduced me to Hollywood. And I started ripping and running in Hollywood, started terrorizing Hollywood. Then I started terrorizing Pompano. Then I went back down to Overtown, started terrorizing Overtown in Wynwood. I started doing the shit I was doing up north. And then I moved to Point St. Lucie and kicked it cold turkey again. I didn't listen to none of the people in that detox center. The people that was coming in H&I, I wasn't even paying attention to them. And I've been I went to Point St. Lucie, kicked the cold turkey, got me a job and everything, started doing the right thing. Damn, I fell again. I'm gonna try this shit one more time. I think I can control it one more time. I was lying to myself. I was manipulating myself. So I came back down here. Then I go back up there. Then I come back down here. That was a fucking roller coaster that I had going on for the past 10 straight years. From 2007 to 2017. That was my life again. In fucking Florida. Place where I said I'm gonna try to change my lifestyle. 2016, I was in Port St. Lucie. I was terrorizing Port St. Lucie. Police is looking for me. My brother's in Hollywood. Let me come down, kid. I got the popo looking for me. He said, all right. I went down. I came down here. And this guy's worse than me. I'm a heroin addict. This guy is an alcoholic, cocaine addict, crack addict, heroin addict. He was worse than me. I had the privilege to go to my family house. He couldn't go inside my family house. He had no respect for females. No. He had no respect for himself. And I started hanging out with him because he had the drugs. And I was robbing him for his drugs. And I said 2017 of January, I was like, kid, I can't live like this, man. Something happening. I said, I can't, my hair is going up because I couldn't see that no more. It's like I don't want to end up like you. Got a little bit of dignity left inside of me, you know what I'm saying? And that little courage that I had left inside of me. And I was like, I need help. I need to go back to Bark Detox. I've been in Bark Detox 7 times. And I was just leaving. And I was like, come with me, bro. I don't want to go by myself, you know, come with me. It's like, I'm good, kid. I said, all right. And his girl took me over there, got assessed, and the lady said, you got cocaine in your system, and you got heroin in your system, and you got fentanyl in your system. And when she said fentanyl, I'm getting emotional. When she said fentanyl, this is why I don't like speaking, man. I started crying like a baby. For the first time I cared about my life. I had guns put to my head. I had guns put to my back, and I didn't give a fuck. You have a choice to kill me or get the gun off of me. That was my attitude. But when this nurse said, yo, you got fentanyl in your system, I cried. That little boy cried. The little boy that I locked up for years. That little boy that I protected for a long time. She said to me, there's no bed here. I was like, I don't want to die. I can't go back out there. If I go back out there, the next bag I might pick up might be that shit that's going to kill me. She said, just come back tomorrow morning and try again. And I left. And I went back to my brother. And this lady called me up at 11 o'clock at night. She said, some guy don't want to stay. He's leaving right now. If you're serious about your recovery, if you're serious about getting clean, I'll hold this bed for you. This nurse know me. I didn't realize what was going on until I got more into this recovery thing and realized that that was my higher power. He saw the sincerity in my heart. He saw that little boy cry. You know what I'm saying? My higher power saw that I wanted to give myself a chance for the first time in my life. And I asked my brother again, will you come with me? They might have another bed. He's like, no. I ain't ready for that shit. And I'm like, yo, well, check this out, man. I'm going to go in the morning. I love you, but I can't be around you no more. As long as you're using, I can't be around you. He said, it's all good. And when he fell asleep, we were sleeping in his car. When he fell asleep, he had his 2 wake-up bags, and I took them. I took his last 2 wake-up bags. And he came to see me in the morning at my sister's house because my sister was taking me to Bark Detox. And he rolled up on me. I had a couple of dollars in my pocket and 2 phones. I said, that was me who took your bags. It was in your girl. So don't beat her up because he's a woman fucking beater. And here's my phones. I don't need none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I grew up fighting with my brothers. So you know, if he would swing, I'm gonna swing back, you know? He's like, it's all good, man. He's like, good luck. I said, all right. And I came and I went to recovery. I went to detox. And this time I paid attention. This is when my life turns around. I paid attention for the first time. And I participated in the readings. And I was knocking on the counselor's doors. I didn't care if you was not my counselor. I'm knocking on the door. I need help. I need some guidance. Bless you.
Thank you.
And then they asked me what I want to do after that. I said I need another program. I know what's going to happen if I go out there. She said, okay. So they sent me an IRT. It was a 30-day program at the time. I was uncomfortable there. And when I say I was uncomfortable. But I chose to stay. I was fighting myself. I knew I was at war with myself. No longer I'm at war with gangs. No more I'm at war with police or corrections officer or my brother. I was at war with myself. And I'm still at war with myself. After 6.5 years. Them urges come. I get homesick. I want to go back up north. I want to get back into that type of activities. I miss it. I'm not going to sit here and say, yo, no. No, I miss that shit. And this is why I come to meetings. And this is why I love the 12-step series. Because when I come into these meetings, I listen. And when I listen, I pick up another tool. And I know I got a higher power. That my higher power is in front of me. Not behind me, in front of me. Because what goes on in my life today is not my will. It's my higher power will. And when he takes something away from me, that's what it is. It's not meant for me. And when he gives me something that is good, I'm grateful to that. This has been a journey for me. It hasn't been easy. When I picked my sponsor, the first thing I said to him, you have to be patient with me. There's a whole new fucking world right here for me. But I'm willing. I'm willing to sit, learn. And by doing so, my life has changed. My life went from being black and gray. It's colorful today. I'm a black hoodie, black sweatpants individual. Today I still wear my blacks, but I'm starting to wear little colorful shirts. So I can blend in. You know? I don't want people to see me and like I still got that face and I'm learning how to smile. People be like, smile. And I'm like, I don't know how, but I'm gonna try. You know, I'm willing to do these stuff, man. I ain't never wear no shirt, button down shirts, no tie. I will share this. I went to the Salvation Army program. These brothers had to show me how to make a tie. And I still got 6 of those ties hanged up in my closet the same way. You know what I'm saying? All I gotta do is just put it up. You know what I'm saying? Because I still don't know how to fucking make a tie. Right? Yes, I can smile today, y'all. I was showing the emotional part, my past. That was my past. You know what I'm saying? I can't forget where I came from. You know what I'm saying? I'm a complete different person today because of recovery, because of y'all, you know, and because of me. I played my role by giving myself a chance, by working my steps, and by listening. That's the whole key. Listen. Listen, listen, listen. All right? So, I'm involved in my family life today. My mom's not afraid. My sister's not afraid. My brother's not afraid. They don't fear me today. And when I say my sister on that part, and my mother, it's not on the physical tip. You know what I'm saying? It's they fear that I might die when I was out there. That's what they was fearing. You know, my mom used to pray all the time. And when I came to a Mother's Day event, I came with a shirt, a button-down shirt, and some slack pants. And I was playing dominoes. And she was my partner. And she's like, I got my baby back. She said, I got my baby back after 35 fucking years. You know? I'm blessed today. I'm a supervisor at my company. I'm reliable. My boss, when he goes out of town or out of state, I'm running shit for him. He trusts me. I have my own apartment. I say these stuff for those who struggle and think that you can't get there. We all can get there. There's a lot of members in recovery who was in my shoes, who had nothing, and by them playing their role in recovery, they were able to achieve their goals. All you have to do, like I did, give yourself a chance. And if you fall and you go back out there and you're fucking alive and you got the strength to come back, come back. Don't beat yourself down, just come back. You know what I'm saying? Just come back. Don't worry about what other motherfuckers gonna think. You're doing this for yourself. I picked up one key tag. I haven't picked it up again. Because I'm a fighter. I'll be damned if I'm gonna go back out there and pick up, knowing what they got out that motherfucker. Now, I was a slick motherfucker growing up. Always on my P's and Q's. So why can't I do it for my recovery? I pay attention. I get rid of motherfuckers. People, places, and things. They say, yo, change people, places. I do that. And if I have to do it on a daily basis, I do it on a daily basis. I don't want nobody around me that's engaged in some type of negative activities. Because it might trigger me. It might fucking trigger me. That one little incident or that one little word that comes out of somebody's mouth might trigger me. And that's what I fear. That if I allow that fucking attitude to come back, I feel that you know what I'm saying? that I might go back out, and I don't want that, you know. So I'm blessed to have what I have today, and that's NA, and that's y'all. You know what I'm saying? We do this together. Can't do it alone. I can't do it alone. We do this together, and that's all I have.